Hello, everyone. It's the devil himself, Grover Cleveland here, and you're watching Inktober on Ink the Book Show, the art show with unfinished business. Looky here, you can follow Ryan O'Connor at Wrangleshank on Instagram, on TikTok, and on Twitter. And if you like his Inktober drawings, you can also watch his Bonehead cartoon on YouTube. The link to all these things and more can be found in the description. Furthermore, be sure to like and share and subscribe to all things Wrangleshank and all things Ink the Book. Thank you.
It's time for Ink the Book Show with your host, Ryan O'Connor. And now, let's ink the book.
Howdy ho, people. It's another haunted Ink the Book show with me, your host, Ryan O'Connor. Today we're doing Inktober number 2. Prompt is Scurry. Here's yesterday's, which was Gargoyle. We did like a Batman-like guy. Since he was always hanging out with gargoyles. So I sketched out my today's entry where we've got some roaches coming out from under the fridge. Usually they're going under the fridge. This time they're scurrying out. Oh, and I got my this isn't a pen. My Pentel pocket brush refills today. So I'm going to take this old cartridge out with nary a drop of ink left in it, and get these open. I also got some new pens, so I might use those today. I might be too cowardly to try them out on this drawing, but we'll probably use them. We'll give them a whirl. Why not? You only YOLO once. Okay, so look. That's the new cartridge. Look, it won't spill. And then you puncture it when you put it in here. Oh, I think, let's see, once I twist it on, it'll be punctured. And it might take a minute to seep into the bristles. Anyway, this paper's a little coarser than I'd like, I think. But anyway, here's my brush pen. Okay, so here is the drawing. Let's see what these are about. I have a a little blade here. A box cutter. Oh no, my fingers! Ah! What is this? This is the Fudigo Kochi 3-piece set. It's got a fine gray, and extra fine. Or as the kids say, foin. Just kidding. I don't know what kids say. I can't hear children. It's a rare condition. That's a cool brush. I like this. A guy could really get into using a brush like, or a pen like this. I like it. I enjoy it. Yes. That's a keeper. What's this mess? Similar. It is gray-ish. You know what? I need light. I can't see what I'm looking at, in all honesty. It's a rare condition. I can't see. I don't have eyes, so. They were plucked by a crow. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm sorry. Well, this one looks gray. Is this the gray one? Yes, this is the gray one. Though the other one is fairly gray. Let's see. What can I draw real quick? I'll draw a bonehead real quick. Those eyes are not right. You'd think I'd be able to draw my own dang character. This is all jacked up. I don't know how to draw a bonehead. That's a problem. That's going to be an issue. Yay. It's the worst drawing ever. Hey, Crimson. Let's see. Usually I start with his eyes. Is this the second one I used? I think so. This is the one that I thought was also gray. I think. But it looks positively black from here. Okay, let's try this one. Yeah. Yeah, Rocco. Yeah, Rocco. Yeah, Rocco. All right. It is going all right. Let's try starting with this pen. Yeah. It's going pretty good. So I've been on a backwards schedule this week. Today's the last day of it. So this morning I was driving to my parents' house and I had a Vivarin in me, which is a caffeine pill, so I wouldn't drive into oncoming traffic or something. And I got to my parents' house. And my dad was like, "You want a cup of tea?" Because I always have a cup of tea when I go over there. I was like, "No, I'm good. I'm trying to only have one a day." And I told him this. Uh, and because I was like, "I'll have one later in the day, but I'm trying to have only one." And he responded, "They're scurrying out from under the fridge," which I think is actually backwards. I think they're usually scurrying under the fridge, but there happens to be a bottle. Because I figured uh, if there's roaches, maybe the place is a pigsty. And this looks like it might be a pretty small fridge, but whatever. I guess it's not necessarily a fridge. What was I saying? Oh yeah, and he responded by saying, "Oh yeah, I'm only trying to have one cup of coffee a day." And then it was like a few minutes later, he's like, "Hey, your cup of tea's ready." I'm like, "All right, I didn't ask for a cup of tea, but thanks." And then like I didn't take it or wasn't drinking it or something, and then he like reminded me like a couple minutes later. He was like, "Your cup of tea is ready." And I look at it and it looks like this. If it's hard to tell, it's like there's like this redness coming immediately out of the tea bag, and then the rest of the water is just sitting on top. And I'm like, why is it bloody? Nah, I'm just kidding. You're great at this. I mean, I've made a lot of cups of tea in my day, but it's like you pour the tea on the bag and it doesn't usually, it's not usually like separated out like that. Um, Let me see. Or if you drop it in, I feel like it's usually not like that. So for reference, that's what the cup of tea was supposed to look like. Once I stirred it. Yeah. Okay, so is this the one I was using? No. Okay. So let's see. Here's his leg. And they seem to have these like these little like things coming off their arms at the joints. Oh yeah, and then I went to that was the rest of the story. Um, So then I was going to church, and I was just like vibrating. I was like I just could feel the caffeine coursing through my veins. I was like, why am I feeling this way from one cup of tea? And then I was like, oh yeah, right before I got to their house, I had taken a caffeine pill, the Vivarin, and so that was like another 4 cups of tea or something. Here's his back leg. Caffeine's never done. Caffeine's never done that to you. It's just like you get kind of like a little shaky if you have too much. I've had days where I drank too many cups of tea. It happens a little easier with me with coffee. When I drink coffee, because I don't drink coffee that much. But that's what it felt like. It felt like I had a pot of coffee running through me. And I couldn't place why for a minute. I was like, oh, I know why. That was the other reason I originally told him I didn't want a cup of tea. Oh, by the way, so yesterday I said that I kind of like was looking for inspiration for the style of this gargoyle, and I kind of based it on somebody else's Inktober drawing a little bit. Let me see if I can pull the guy up again. This guy, Chris Gurl, that I've been following on Instagram for a long time. Like, I was like, that's if I can focus on it. I was like, that's a pretty like standard gargoyle in my opinion. And I wasn't finding anything like that, but that looked like kind of what I was going for. So I kind of based it on that. And then today I was like, what am I going to do for Scurry? What am I going to do for Scurry? And I was like, rat, but everyone's going to do a rat, I feel like. And the other thing that popped in my head was like Scooby-Doo and Shaggy running. Like, you know, when they're scared, they always kind of, I don't know. That's what popped into my head. And I felt like I didn't have any good ideas. And then I saw what this guy posted today. He posted this little comic of these roaches. I was like, Oh yeah, Roaches Scurry. That's good. He also did this animation. And he is a really great cartoon. I guess he's an elevator or a, what does it say? I guess he's a elevator repairman or something like that. Yeah, elevator repair in Queens, New York. But he is a really good cartoonist. When I first started following him, he was trying to flesh out this comic idea where I think he kind of abandoned it, but I was a really big fan of it. And it was this character called Frank the Caterpillar. And it was like basically, it looked like this caterpillar that had tried to eat this guy's head, this giant caterpillar that had tried to eat this guy's head. But so it looked like the caterpillar's face was the guy's face. It was like a mask. And then the rest of the caterpillar trailed off his back. And he was like a caterpillar themed superhero. And then there were all these bad guys these interesting, weird bad guys that he had. It was kind of like, it seemed like it was kind of inspired by the Tick, or what else? It seemed kind of like the Mask to me. But I was really into those characters. And he's got I was just looking at some of them today. And he does really cool cartoon work. Some of the stuff on there, he does like these cool, like, I don't know, I think he uses colored pencils and he does these cool caricatures of people. He had these like coffee stain drawings that he did, like where he would like just drip coffee all over the paper or something, and like stain the paper, and then he would make pictures out of the random drips and stuff. Those were really cool. And I just love his character designs and stuff. I'm glad I found that dude. He's really cool. And it's just weird that he kind of informed my first two Inktober drawings this year a little bit. Okay, so there's a leg here. Oh yeah, and my godmother was at my parents' house today. I didn't even know about that. So I got to see her. That's my Aunt Maureen. Who I love tremendously and don't see often enough. And my two cousins, Jenna and Kristen, were there. I guess I heard my sisters and my mom were gonna be doing this soon. They had a girls' night where they all went to like one of those wine and paint places. Let's see. I forgot about his middle leg here. I'm the best forgetter. I think it's safe to say. What was I saying? Yeah, so my sister-in-laws, my sisters, my mom, my Aunt Maureen, and my cousins, they all went and painted paintings at Pino's palette. It's pretty cool, I guess. Oh, wait. I do really like this pen. What is it? Kuretake Futagokochi. Times it's 8 o'clock. Oh, also for this one, I took a couple of reference pictures. So I took a photo of the bottom of my fridge, and I put a beer bottle on the ground, and I drew this with a beer bottle cap. Then I realized I kind of wanted spilling on the floor. I was trying to figure out where I wanted the cap to be. So I think I'm going to go with this. What else? Here's my original attempt I did on this scrap paper. And then I just kind of traced it onto here with my little $20 light table. I caught myself in the little scissor arm that holds the camera. Well, thank you. Crimson says I did a good job, but I appreciate that. Ah. Oh, that was another thing. Liam today, I saw him at my parents' house and he was walking around with a bass guitar, which I think he just got. And he was playing, he's trying to learn how to play multiple Blink 182 songs right now. And he was on here the other day trying to play All the Small Things. He's teaching himself on the internet. Not wild about that. Sure. Vague label. Okay, and then let's get this fridge underway. So you've been doing Inktober drawings, Crimson? Did you post them anywhere? I don't think I saw them yet. Or it. Or no, I guess you'd probably have two in the can maybe by now. You're already on October 3rd, I believe. In the future. So you've been drawing. You have a Spooktober channel in the Discord where you're posting ones for Spooktober, but I'm not actually doing Inktober. Okay. I have some sketches ready to do tonight because Tuesday and Thursday you're painting clay, so it won't be drawing. Okay. So you'll do 2 today and 2 Wednesday or Friday. Cool. My roommate, who doesn't usually draw very much, he said he did an Inktober, but I haven't seen it yet. Ugh. So much for straight lines. Okay. And then there's this like little vent. Vent holes, vent slits. Vent mouths. He said, "Oh yeah, you're not following the other Inktober list that I'm doing, which is fine. I think most of the Inktober posts I see generally are not following the the one that I'm following." Oh, you posted them to the Discord? Cool, cool. Let's see. Man, I am tired all of a sudden. Yeah, I don't know if I said on here anyway. A little while ago, I posted Liam's SoundCloud link to my Discord. Link in the description, or soon to be in the description if you're on Twitch. Oh, and my dad, when I was there, he's talking about seeing the Violent Femmes this week with me. I was wearing a Violent Femmes t-shirt this morning, and he's like, "Hey, they're coming to town soon this week. Want to see them?" Like, okay. Then there was talk of instead seeing the Toadies, which I've never seen it live before, and that would be really great. Which is also this week. I'm not going to both shows though. I don't think I can do that. I'm already going to a They Might Be Giants show in 2 weeks. What am I made of? Show going to money? Hit them all. Bend the bars. Live life to the max. How am I supposed to draw comics and Inktober drawings and whatever else it is I'm allegedly doing? I'm just whatever. I'll go to them all. Good advice. That is good advice. That sounds like good advice. I know what this is going to be like. I forgot about this. I would like to see all 3 shows. That does sound good. There was a couple of years ago for my birthday. I was going to Vegas with my buddies, but then I found out that there was I think it was on my birthday. The Toadies were opening up for one of my other favorite bands, Local H. And it was in Chicago on my birthday. And I was like, are you kidding me? I'm missing out on that because I'm going to stupid Vegas for like the third time. I don't even gamble. I mean, not like enough to make Vegas all that. I love going to Las Vegas, but I've been there a few times and I always have a blast. But it's like I don't know what I'm doing when it comes to gambling all that much. Let's see. Try and get a different texture on this. These cabinets over here is what it is. Over here too. And then when I was drawing this kind of reminded me of the Goosebumps book cover somehow. And so I was like, oh yeah, I got to do like the checkerboard tiles then. Because the Goosebumps books famously always incorporated the checkerboard tiles on the covers. That was one of Tim Jacobus's like signatures. Okay, there's a bottle cap. ish. Right? I didn't use any reference for the bottle cap. I just kind of drew it out of my head. Okay, and then okay, so I did this shadow, but allegedly this is going to be a black tile. Where's my big black? Don't go my way. Don't go my way. Don't go my way. Don't go my way. And you know how the rest goes. No, I'm just kidding. I think is a little slow going. Can't keep up with me. What is the time that it is? 8:30. We'll come back to it. So I've got let's see. I also want to do this. Okay, erase. Let's get some of this skullduggery out of my face. Here's a I didn't finish the little event dealies. Crystal blue persuasion. This dealie. Here's this part of the dealie. Man, I'm so tired all of a sudden. I'm like almost drifting off. Okay. There's that. Oh my goodness, I'm dying. I'm just tapping it. Maybe that'll help the ink flow into it. I think I have a harder time on the paper in these sketchbooks than I used to have on my other sketchbooks. Getting ink out of this brush. I think because the paper is a bit coarser. By which I mean it swears a lot. No, I'm just kidding. I sure could go for a cup of tea right now. I'm trying to do just one a day. do have another one of these pens. Maybe I can just alternate back and forth. Fude Pentel pocket brush. Oh hey, Minivan Creates. Welcome. How you doing? This is Inktober number 2 for me. Scurry. And I'm doing these cockroaches. So my I don't know if they're audible over the stream, but my roommates are watching football right now, and I think football, possibly hockey, but probably football. They're yelling at the screen. Oh, I thank you. So Minivan Creates. What do you create? It looks like music, maybe? I think you're wearing a guitar strap. I can't tell in the picture. You said charcoal art here and there. I think you've told me that before. I've seen you here before. You do play drums in a band as well. Okay. Cool. Oh man, I am having a hard time with this. Let's see. Do I have any? Oh, I know. The one I used yesterday. So eager to get the refills for these Pentel brush pens, and they're like letting me down. Just as far as putting down Big Black. But like I say, I think it's this sketchbook more than anything. I think the paper is coarser, so I think it absorbs the ink faster, and I think it kind of doesn't spread around as much or something. For the sake of crime. Okay, I'm just gonna. When I post this isn't gonna look that terrible. Time for you to sleep. I'm jealous. It's 10 a.m. and I need to sleep before your stream later. Okay, have a good one, Crimson. We'll see ya. Nighty night. I'm fighting the camera. Okay, and then me go back to the small pen. Is this the one I was using? What one was I using? I see two of the new ones, so I don't see. I don't know if I see the one that I was using. I think it was this one, yeah. Oh, yeah, there they are. Okay. Just going to go over the outline. Fill this part in. One little roach, little two little, no, one little, two little, three little roaches. 4 little, 5 little, 6 little roaches. 7 little, 8 little, 9 little roaches. All dressed up to die. Scurry. Okay, so that's that one. This one would also be black. Just gonna fill these smaller ones in with this pen. The smaller areas. Because why not? Just like a little, I don't know, a little gnat or a fruit fly or something buzzing around. It's like the foot of the fridge. Or whatever around here. One little, two little, three little idiots, 4 little, 5 little, 6 little idiots, 7 little, 8 little, 9 little idiots, all in a suit and tie. 1 little, 2 little, 3 little idiots, 4 little, 5 little, 6 little idiots, 7 little, 8 little, 9 little idiots, all dressed up to die. And I said, you can be any way that you want to be. How I'll be, that's up to me. So saith Marcy Playground. Another one of my favorite bands that I would really like to see. But I don't think they really tour very much anymore. Very rarely. I had one opportunity to see them since I decided I wanted to see them. And it came and went without me. So every once in a while, I just see if they've got any shows coming up. The answer is usually no, they don't. They still do stuff. Like a small handful of years ago, they put out a new album, and then they did a remix album. And then they did like a B-sides compilation album. And then I think they did a tour to support that. And then they've kind of been MIA since. And I think all that was like their first like foray into the public, in a while when they did that. Marcy Playground are the guys that do that Sex and Candy song is their big hit. And I was I've always been really into stuff from the 90s. And so when I was like, oh, like in about 2004, I was like trying to scrounge up all my favorite songs from the 90s, and I came across Sex and Candy. I was like, oh yeah, I loved that song. And I was like, what else do they do? And found out like I like all their music. We've got let's see, Zogbog Bean, Marcy Playground. What is that next album called? It's called is it called Shapeshifter? I think it's called Shapeshifter. And then yes. And then MP3, and then they've got Leaving Wonderland in a Fit of Rage. Those are their albums. Where was I going with this thought? But yeah, it's all good. Oh, and the compilation or the B-sides album is called Lunch, Detention, and Recess. Okay. Oh, see, how I said I've always been obsessed with the '90s. I also was saying earlier that I made the checkered tile floor. Uh, Thinking about Goosebumps book covers because they always did that. Tim Jacobus always put checkered tile floors on the Goosebump book covers. Because when I was sketching this, it was starting to remind me of a Goosebump book cover. Oh, okay, I think this is nearly done. Nearly. Nick up this floor a little bit. Oh, forgot about this little spot. Oh, mercy! Oh! Okay. Oh, yeah. I gotta have some trickling out, right? Wallaby. La 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 la. This is the worst part of every drawing, erasing the pencils. At least in this sketchbook. I gotta fill this up so I can move on to the next one. Sketchbook, that is. Though the same can be said for this drawing. With all that complaining I just did about erasing the pencils, here I come with more. I hate this. Does that work? I think so. I'm dead. I just realized I haven't been talking like at all. Because I'm like about to fall asleep or something. Or something. Let's see something. So darn. Okay. Let's see. I think this is done. But what do I know? I'm half asleep and dead. Don't cry for me. I'm already dead. What's the other part from that where it's like, Mr. Gumble, this is a Girl Scout meeting. Is it? He's like, my name is Bonnie, I'm 40, and I'm an alcoholic. Mr. Gumble, this is a Girl Scout meeting. He goes, is it? Or is it that you girls can't admit that you have a problem? Bonnie's like, art film for the Springfield film contest. Okay, bugs, my specialty. So this will get posted to my Instagram and Twitter momentarily, and then also momentarily I'll be putting up the link to my link tree in the description of this video on Twitch. Pardon me. And that's got the link to my Twitch, the link to my YouTube channel, the link to my TeePublic store, the link to some other sort of thing. Correct. Oh yeah, Discord. You know, that sort of mess. All right, I'm gonna call it quits though, because it's time for me to call it quits. But I'll be back tomorrow with another drawing. Tomorrow's entry is Bat. So I don't know how I'm going to connect that to Inktober, to October. Come to think of it, I was going to try and make these very, like, at least loosely Halloween themed all throughout, like I did last year. And I feel like, sure, close, kind of. Sure, close, kind of, but, very loosely. 2 days ago, the day before yesterday's that stream, I was showing off all the Inktober drawings I did last year, which I think was a pretty good batch of Inktober drawings. And that year was the first time I tried to do them all kind of Halloween themed. And that was the goal this year. But these first two, I feel like, are a little too loosely related to Halloween. They don't really feel Halloweeny. But, oh well. That's what I got. Anyway, I'll be back tomorrow. Take care, everybody. Thanks for watching. Keep on watching. And I'll be here. Word of advice. Don't count your chickens if they're actually stink bugs. You know what I mean?